Bitcoin jumped up over the weekend and today it is going down, and everything could be predicted if you use these cycle indicators. We entered into a bigger long position right here and we are exiting the long position right here. Now we're still in the short because we expect Bitcoin, Ethereum and the cryptocurrency market to go lower. Everything based on the cycle indicators. If you don't know who I am Honest KOL. I'm helping you to succeed in this market, and it is by far the best crypto trading strategy that I found over the last 8 years that I'm trading this market. In reality, is a year number 9 because I started in 2017 when XRP was less than 30 cents. This aside, we base our buy and sell decisions based on the cycle indicators that you can see at the bottom of the screen. And as you can see right now, we have the 2-hour, the 4-hour, the 1-day cycles, which help us to navigate the market. Once any financial asset falls below 20, we are entering into a buy decision. Once it goes above 80, we reduce the long position. And again, sometimes you make a very small amount, like here you could have made 1%, which is basically nothing except if you use a higher leverage, or sometimes like this time, you could have easily made 4 or 5%. I usually apply 2 to 3x, sometimes I do 5x like this time, which basically translates to about 20%. Right now, I'm in a short position because we are going to go down. We're going to go to the 2-hour cycle low, where I am going to re-enter a long position once again. Bitcoin and Ethereum is following the 2-hour and the 4-hourly cycles pretty well in the last months. You can see that if we bottom at the 2-hour and at the 4-hour, then we see a positive movement in price. Right here, the same thing, 2-hour bottom, 4-hour bottom. We don't even need any other indicators at this point, and then we go up and basically try to catch those moves. That is the whole strategy that I'm using every single time. Right here, the same thing, 2-hour bottom, 4-hour bottom starts pushing up, price goes up. And again, you don't have to catch the absolute bottom. I have these buy signals right here, the green one, right here, the green one, and pretty soon we're going to have another one. They are coming from the Strategy Master newsletter. So if you want to get access to them, basically you go to strategymaster.io, you click get a subscription right here. It costs 43 euro or $49 per month. You get access to the cycle indicators and you get access to every single research article that I published throughout the time. It's been about 2 years that I'm talking about cycles publicly and I'm writing about them. I'm trading much longer using cycles, but here you can find everything what I expect from the market, what was my expectations before, how they changed, what cycles are showing for the future. If you want to have a macro perspective on Bitcoin or Ethereum, you have to use different kind of indicators, different cycle indicators. Again, they are coming from Strategy Master. So if you get access to Strategy Master indicators, you're going to have access to everything. Right here on the screen, I have the 1-day, the 3-day, the 1-week, and the 2-week cycles. Basically, they are showing where the price is going to move within the next weeks and months. Okay. And look, I can tell you one very simple thing. In the short term, we might have one more low. I wouldn't be surprised to see Ethereum at 1.7, 1.6, or let's say at 1.8K. Okay. However, this 2-weekly cycle indicator is going to take 1.5 months roughly to go up, which means that the market will stay positive in a positive shift throughout the 1.5 months. I have an Ethereum spot position, which I open publicly in the community, in the Strategy Master community, because I want to see Ethereum higher than this price. 2.3, 2.6, 2.8, right there. If we get rejected somewhere at 2.8K, I would be totally okay with that because I would be in a big profit. Now, within a week to 10 days from now, we're going to have a local top. We're going to head down once again, and then we're going to continue up. Everything is based on these cycle indicators. The 1-week cycle is showing us the local top. Local top is incoming within 1 to 2 weeks. In the Strategy Master group, we talk about it on a daily basis. Once we top, the price is going to go lower. See, every time the same things happens. Once we top, we go down in the weekly, the price goes lower. Okay. Here, the same thing. Even if we're very bullish, like we're in summertime, when the 1 week going down, we are going down. Sure, we can splash higher a little bit, but still we're going down. Same is when we're going up. Once we make the bottom like we did here, we go higher. Sure, we can range for a while, but again, we go higher. Sure, we can range for a while, but we go higher. Okay, so we go from this bearish to bullish and from bullish to bearish. Okay, now what is going on? We are in a bullish environment. Let me clean all this. That was the bottom. That was the bottom. And we slowly going higher. Okay, that is what I expect. It's fine if we have those movements down and then we continue up. Most important is that we don't lose the momentum. Okay, I don't use any trend lines. Trend lines are very erratic. Basically, price can always do a fake out. Okay, but if you use cycles, you understand it. Hey, this is most probably a fake out and the price will continue higher. So again, I want this 1 week to top. I want this 3-day cycle to top as well right there. Okay. This will be our top. And that is why I said to everyone in the Strategy Master community that we will top somewhere around the mid of April. Not necessarily 14, 15 of April. That might be 18, 19, or 20 of April. Okay, but this will be our local top. This is where you say, okay, I want to get out of crypto. this is too dangerous, we're going to continue lower. And again, the price could be 2.4, 2.3, 2.6 for Ethereum. I cannot really promise that for you right now. The only thing I can promise to you that we will go lower by the end of April. This is clear. That is why I still have short position. And they are not closed. Shorts are not closed. For everybody who's asking, we opened shorts. Again, I did it publicly. I opened shorts. We're somewhere around this area right here, where it was clear that 1 week is breaking, 3 days going down, and 1 day is breaking. I believe we were somewhere around this area, 2.9 or $3,000. Right here, I opened short position. We went down. I closed half of them. We went up again. I opened them again. And in case we have this breakdown lower to 1.8, 1.7, I'm going to close the complete short. If we are not getting that, and if we continue going higher, then I'm going to wait for it and wait for this 1 week cycle to actually reverse down, because once it reverses down, again, we're going to go down. You use cycle indicators to estimate where the price is going next, and you can be very successful with this. Look, in the 2024, we had kind of a similar situation. Two week cycle going up, 1 week cycle going up. You basically trade. This is where you enter spot. Okay, so anywhere there you enter spot, this is fine. Anywhere here you sold spot in this area, you sold spot. That's it. You made your 50%. 50% on one single trade with a very low risk. This is the current trade that I'm in Ethereum right now. Okay, this is the trade that we're in. You use the 3-day and the 1-day cycles to estimate the local bottoms. For example, here and here we reversed. Okay, and then we printed a big green candle. This is where you want to enter. No, you're not going to get the bottom. Forget about it. Forget about it. There is no indicator that will show you the bottom. There is an indicator that shows, hey, the cycles made a bottom. The bottom was already made, and now we're going higher. So sure, you missed that initial 14% move, but you didn't miss the rest of the 42%. Okay, so when you're using futures, you only go after the confirmation has been done. When you use spot, you enter when the cycle simply bottom. I entered into spot position right here, because the 3-day is at the bottom, the 1 week is going up, the 2 week is going up, okay? I will most probably exit my spot position for a decent profit, somewhere there, potentially there, although I don't think we're going to go above $3,000 that much. Even 20 or 30% in this bear market is an extremely good performance compared to everyone else's portfolios. If you watch until here, now you know that the 2-hour cycle will bottom in about 1 day from now, somewhere about Tuesday evening. We're going to re-enter another long position. Regarding the closure of the shorts, we might need to wait a few more days until this 4-hour cycle fully bottoms, and it can take a little bit of time. If you want to find out the perfect moment to invest into altcoins, all you do, you write your favorite altcoin. For example, Link USDT / BTC USDT. You don't care about the exchange. Link USDT / BTC USDT. You open this kind of chart. Again, use the cycle indicators, estimate the reversal points of the 2-hour and the 4-hour, and enter here. If you enter here, you will enter into altcoins at the best possible time. There is never better time than using cycle indicators and entering at the cycle indicator bottom, at the 2-hour and the 4-hour cycle indicator bottom. If the 1-day cycle indicator is also reversing up, that is your indication to open a long position for that altcoin. I entered into Link today, and we will together see Link going up about $10, potentially to $11 or $12. This is how we trade, regardless if it's a bear market or a bull market. Remember, in the bear market, never be afraid to hold a short position for months. You never know when the market will decide to break down, especially with all those tensions in Iran, USA, and other countries. Longs should be very calculated and should be only at the cycle bottoms. Shorts can be left over for a longer period of time. If I close my short in a month from now, when the 1 week cycle indicator will be at the bottom, that will be totally fine. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you're making profit in this bear market. And just remember, in half a year, we're going to bottom. If you continue watching this channel and if you continue subscribing, we are all going to buy the absolute bottom for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other cryptocurrencies. Well, not the absolute bottom, but very, very close to the bottom. And most probably, if you continue watching this channel, you're going to make together with me 3, 4, 5x within 1 to 2 years from now on a total portfolio. That's what I'm going to make. I hope you do as well. Get your cycle indicators at Strategy Master, and see you in the next video. Ciao.